All new Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Julianne Moore drops by.
Your one news source. This is NewsCenter1.
Good evening, I'm Shad Olson. This is NewsCenter1 at 10. We have breaking news in the late evening hours tonight right here in Rapid City. Police Chief Carl Jagaris confirming to us tonight right here at NewsCenter1 that there was indeed an officer-involved shooting that took place on East Signal Drive just after 9 o'clock tonight. We have news crews en route. We hope to bring you live pictures of that scene before the conclusion of our newscast tonight. As soon as we have somebody on location and in position there, we will go live to a picture of that scene in the aftermath of what is described as an officer-involved shooting. One person is dead as a result of that shooting. The police officer involved in that situation, we're learning, according to just the earliest details, is uninjured. The Department of Criminal Investigation is investigating, as they always do, in the aftermath of a law enforcement-involved shooting, and we will bring you the latest details just as soon as we possibly get them. And again, we'll bring you live pictures from the scene as soon as our crews are live and in place and able to bring us that video from that situation on Signal Drive. That's all the information we have at this point, and we'll proceed now to the rest of our nightly news. Tonight, the state of Georgia had planned to carry out an execution of a woman for the first time in 7 decades in that state. Her supporters appealing to the parole board, the Georgia State Supreme Court, and to the U.S. Supreme Court 3 times. The U.S. Supreme Court dismissing the first 2 appeals, and the third is still under consideration. NBC's Dan Sheneman has that story.
Kelly Gissendaner, the only woman on death row in the state of Georgia, was scheduled to be killed by lethal injection. She would have been the first woman to be executed in the state in 70 years. A mother of 3, Gissendaner was found guilty of conspiring in the 1997 murder of her husband Douglas at the hands of her boyfriend, Greg Owen. The state parole board held a last-minute hearing, but denied Gissendaner clemency despite pleas from her oldest child, as well as the Catholic Church.
Since every life is sacred, every human being is endowed with an inalienable dignity.
A letter was written to the parole board on behalf of Pope Francis, and just last week, the Pope met with prisoners in the U.S. and called for the death penalty to be abolished. Others calling for Gissendaner's life to be spared say her sentence was harsher than Greg Owen's, the man who carried out the killing and is serving life without parole.
She's not a danger to anyone. She's not leaving prison.
But the victim's relatives say Gissendaner gave her husband no rights, no choices, no opportunity to live his life. His life was not hers to take. Dan Sheneman, NBC News.
Kelly Gissendaner is set to die by lethal injection. And an update tonight on the house fire and murder-suicide of the Westerhouse family in Platte, South Dakota. 2 weeks ago, Scott Westerhouse shooting his wife and 4 children, then setting the family home on fire before shooting himself. Investigators have been looking into a possible financial motive for Scott's actions, today revealing the shortcomings of a business that Scott managed and its relationship to a college readiness program in the state. State leaders say they will not renew a contract between the South Dakota Gear Up program and the business that Scott managed, the Mid-Central Educational Cooperative, after the educational program failed to reach several key performance benchmarks during the past year. Investigators believe this failure may have been a motive for Scott Westerhouse in the murder-suicide of his family. Former South Dakota Governor Walter Dale Miller passing away at the age of 89 last night. Flags are flying at half-staff across the state to honor the state's 29th governor. Miller served from 1993 to 1995, taking office after Governor George Mickelson was killed in a plane crash in the state of Iowa. Governor Dennis Dugard says Miller was a friend who provided a steady hand as South Dakota mourned the loss of Mickelson. Miller served for 20 years in the South Dakota House of Representatives. He is the only person in state history to serve as Speaker of the House, Speaker Pro Tem, Majority Leader, Assistant Majority Leader, and Majority Whip. Governor Dugard requesting that flags fly at half-staff until the completion of Miller's burial. On Capitol Hill today, the fight raging over funding Planned Parenthood and over abortion rights. The head of the organization today denying that undercover videos show her employees discussing selling fetal tissue, but Republicans want to cut the $500 million in federal payments to the huge women's health organization. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell reports on today's hearing.
Rallying in Houston today. Supporters of Planned Parenthood took to the streets for what they called National Pink Out Day.
I feel like women should support women.
The same passions in Washington for the group that provides a range of women's health care services, including abortion.
She is alive today because of Planned Parenthood.
But inside the Capitol, the president of Planned Parenthood, Cecile Richards, faced 5 hours of tense.
Will the gentleman yield?
No, I won't.
Sometimes confrontational questioning.
You can't tell me how much you actually make from abortions. You can't give that number.
I can't
tell me how much you actually make from abortions.
Planned Parenthood is under political fire from the campaign trail to the Capitol. Republicans want to strip its federal funding, stoked by controversial undercover videos made by an anti-abortion activist.
If this was all untrue, then why'd you apologize?
Well, Congressman, first, I think everyone has agreed they were heavily edited, and that certainly I think even the perpetrator.
My question is, why'd you apologize?
Planned Parenthood provides services to 2.7 million each year, mostly low-income women. That includes 327,000 abortions. No federal money is used for abortion, but Planned Parenthood does get major taxpayer help, $530 million a year, much of that through Medicaid, for services like health screenings, birth control, and breast exams.
We don't just get a big check from the federal government. We, like other Medicaid providers, we are reimbursed directly for services provided.
Democrats defended Planned Parenthood's work.
If we don't continue this life-saving service, women will be denied health care across this great nation.
And its leader, who seemed unfazed by tough questions.
The disrespect, the misogyny, rampant here today, tells us what is really going on here.
Surely you don't expect us to be easier on you because you're a woman.
Absolutely not. That's not how my mama raised me.
And according to a recent poll by NBC and the Wall Street Journal, 61% of the public do not want Planned Parenthood funding cut. And here's a look at today's markets on Wall Street. And on this Tuesday, a bit of a rebound for the major indexes today after we saw steep declines, especially for the Dow yesterday, losing 313 points. The Dow climbing 47 to 16,049, as you see on your screen. The NASDAQ Composite down 27 to 4517. The S&P 500 holding a little steadier, losing or rising 2 points today, 1884 on the close. And gold down $4.80 to $1,126.90 on this day of trade. Chief Meteorologist Bob Brigio joining us.
Yeah, it's going to be
a little bit of a warm-up, a little more pleasant today, but kind of breezy too.
Beautiful day tomorrow. We expect plenty of sunshine, warmer than today. It's a great day to head on out to Spearfish Canyon. Look at the colors, 95% saturated out there. If you got the time, head on out there tomorrow. It's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a good-looking picture. Picture gets prettier as we go, doesn't it?
You bet.
We'll get more details coming up from Bob in just a bit. We're back with more news after the break, right here on NewsCenter1 at 10.
Is NewsCenter1 with Shad Olson. Sports with Justin Wickersham. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Brigio.
During truck season at your local Ford stores, you can get an amazing deal on America's best-selling trucks. And behind the wheel of a Ford truck, things just get done. The work finished. Your cargo safe. The trip taken. Time to buy today. During truck season, get 0% financing for 72 months or get up to $9,061 in total savings on built Ford Tough trucks. Hurry in and save during truck season. Going on now at your local Ford stores.
Conventions.
I'm a fan of releasing tension.
I'm a fan of this plateau.
I'm a fan of things that go.
I'm a fan of things that shred.
And when it comes to sandwiches,
I'm a fan of ciabatta bread. I'm I'm a fan of DQ.
I'm a fan of DQ Bakes.
3 new artisan-style sandwiches like the chicken bacon ranch on ciabatta, chicken mozzarella on focaccia, and the turkey BLT served hot out of our new ovens only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Focaccia.
You've certainly put in the effort. You started from scratch and have made something that you want to see last well into the future. Maybe someday you'll call it a legacy. But for now, you've just got to get the bread out, the door open, and the bills paid. Having someone at your side who understands where you've been and where you want to go can make all the difference. Small business success? It's bigger than banking. It's you and I together.
This is the game we like to call Follow the Leader. With best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, best payload, and with more people driving Ram trucks than ever before, we've built quite the following. Get a great deal on the best trucks during Ram Truck Month. Get 0% APR plus 4,000 total bonus cash on Ram 1500 Bighorn or Laramie Crew Cab models in stock the longest.
It's now been 6 months since Rapid City residents voted down the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center expansion project, but the clock is still ticking for the city to comply with the Department of Justice and meet the requirements of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Our Caroline Patricus tonight gives us an update since that March 10th vote and says that the future of the Civic Center never left the minds of many, that including Rapid City Mayor Steve Allender. We sat down with him earlier this week to find out what is in the works for the city.
This was the $180 million expansion plan that was voted down in March of 2015. But city leaders say after a letdown at the polls, it didn't stop the plans for a new Rushmore Plaza Civic Center.
On one hand, the people have spoken. On the other hand, I don't think I'm ready to write off that $700,000 yet and toss it in the garbage.
Now city leaders are working as a team of 12 in the hopes to finish what they've already started.
We're meeting with a small work group now to understand better what the issues are with the current Don Barnett Arena and how those issues can be corrected and to what benefit.
Allender says it's closed-door meetings they're having before bringing any ideas to the public for further input.
These meetings aren't very secret. They're also not a public meeting. We're not looking for public input at this point. We're trying to understand the issues ourselves. So there's a lot of questions today internally about what the next step should be. But I doubt the next step is to spend $30 million on repairs to have the same exact setup as we had before.
Repairs the Department of Justice is keeping their eye on. It still does not meet the ADA requirements, but the deadline for the city to come through is still on. So really, even though the elections are behind us, the future of the Civic Center is still very much in front of us. The city still on a deadline. All we know so far is that they're discussing ideas with a fresh piece of paper. We'll keep you updated. Until then, back to you in the studio.
All right, our Caroline Patricus reporting tonight on the progress on the Civic Center and that continued discussion in our community. We're going to take you live right now. Our crews are now set up on East Signal Drive, and as we told you at the outset of our news program tonight, there has been an officer-involved shooting on East Signal Drive. Police units still on the scene there, as you see right there. They're flashing lights. The caution tape spread around the scene of what is an officer-involved shooting. We know that one person is dead in connection to that shooting. We believe that is the suspect that was involved in that case. The officer that was involved, according to just very sketchy details at this point by Police Chief Carl Jageris, the officer involved in that shooting was not hurt in that exchange. So what we can tell you, one person is dead, the officer is uninjured. The Department of Criminal Investigation is on the scene. They've overtaken that investigation, as they always do whenever there's a law enforcement involved shooting. And we'll bring you more updates as information becomes available. And again, we've brought you these live pictures and endeavored to at least show you the scene there on East Signal Drive, part of what was previously known as Star Village, as you'll remember. And so East Signal Drive, the location of that officer-involved shooting. One person dead, the officer uninjured, as far as we're able to tell you at this point. Again, just very basic details regarding this situation as it develops, and we'll bring you more details as they become available right here on NewsCenter 1. We'll be back with NewsCenter 1 weather after the break.
Cinnamon Swirl French Toast Breakfast Sandwich, only at Hardee's.
What makes Liberty Superstores a dealership for the people? People with more insight, more options, more respect, more heart. We eagerly serve the frustrated, the hardworking, the people. We believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car, and that's what makes us for the people. Liberty Superstores.
Anytime, any size. Only 99 cents. Fountain drinks at Common Sense. Ice cold refreshment. Up to 52 gigantic ounces. Only 99 cents. Pick your favorite soda and pick your favorite size. It's only 99 cents. And you can even add one of our flavor shots to make your fountain drink uniquely yours. Ice cold refreshment in your choice of flavors and your choice of size. You're living the dream. Anytime, any size. Your choice of fountain drink soda. Only 99 cents. Refreshment is yours at Common Sense.
Stay warm this winter with a LifePro Smart Heater from Menards. This portable infrared heater has 4 infrared heating elements and heats a medium-sized room, $59.99. This tower infrared heater includes a stylish wood cabinet and heats a large-sized room, $119. Add a fresh look with Mohawk ceramic tile. 7 by 20-inch wood lane floor tile comes in 2 finishes, $139 each. 3 by 12-inch glass wave wall tiles provide a beautiful accent to any design in 2 finishes, $299 each.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to High Country Guest Ranch,
where Western and Native American cultures unite.
Spacious log homes and camping cabins wait your arrival in the heart of the beautiful Black Hills. Close to Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse, it is the perfect place for your Black Hills vacation. The High Country Outdoor Theater is the summer home of Brule, the #1 Native American show in the country. The popular Circle B Chuck Wagon is serving up tasty cowboy dinners and Western harmonies. Come on out for an afternoon trail ride, an evening show, or spend the weekend with us. We'd love to have you.
Black Angus beef and bacon.
So Tex.
Fire roasted peppers and onions.
It's Mex. Let's settle this.
Should we tell him it's both? Eventually.
Introducing the Tex-Mex Bacon Thick Burger, only at Hardee's.
This weather brought to you by Black Hills Power.
This is NewsCenter1 weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
Well, it's a cooler than normal day today. 63 was our high temperature, normal 69, so about 6 degrees cooler. 51 the low, that's above normal. 40 is the normal low for this time of the year. 6:47 the sun up, 6:37 the sun will be going down. Let's see, over at Rapid City we got clear skies. Out at the airport, 52. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 7. Maximum wind gust today of 29. The big picture, nothing much going on in the Plain States, the Rockies, back to the west. All the action is out east. Some torrential rain falling throughout that area. We do have some video. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that up there for you. Yeah, there you have it. This is Salem, Virginia, and you can see after about a couple of days of rain in that area, they are now experiencing quite a bit of flooding over in the Virginia area, as well as the entire Northeast. More rain is expected over the next couple of days, so all kinds of problems. Well, let's come on back to the weather graphics. I want to show you Tropical Storm Joaquin, and that's out in the Atlantic. And the model's having problems trying to figure out where this thing is going. As you can see, this is the observed track so far, just kind of wobbling around out there. But some models have it heading off into the northeast, and that's not good news for those folks. Already the ground is saturated, and Joaquin could bring a heck of a lot of rain to those folks. But we'll just continue to keep an eye on that one. Here we go. This is tomorrow now. This is low pressure area in the northeast. That's what's causing all of that rain. As far as we're concerned, high pressure all up and down the Plain States. So we're expecting a beautiful day tomorrow, Wednesday. A lot of sunshine. Temperatures definitely warmer. Temperatures above normal. And then Thursday, we'll begin to see some changes going on. We're expecting another above normal day as far as temperatures are concerned, but the clouds will be moving in on Thursday. And with the clouds, those clouds will thicken up a little bit as this low gets a little bit closer to the Black Hills. And there's a possibility we could see some shower activity late Thursday, certainly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can expect some cooler temperatures and some rain on those 3 days. Here's the jet stream. And the reason why I'm saying this, first of all, it's going to be a warm day tomorrow. And you can see this ridging just kind of build back up into the northern plains. And then as we work our way Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, where's the jet? Way down to the south, and that's going to allow these cooler temperatures to work their way into the Black Hills. plus the possibility of some showers and rain. So it's going to be a wet weekend is what I'm trying to say here. Here's a satellite radar right now. Got nothing really going on in the Black Hills. And tomorrow it's going to be a beautiful day. Once again, plenty of sunshine, temperatures on the warm side. All the clouds will be over in East River. And then on Thursday, again, the clouds, as you can see, begin to move into the area. And we are expecting to see some moisture move in, at least certainly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's our forecast for the Black Hills. Let's see what we got going for us. 76 Spearfish, 73 Custer, 76 down in Pine Ridge. Elsewhere, Hill City, 73 Belfouche, 79 Sturgis, 78 degrees. Here's the forecast for tonight, 47, partly cloudy. It should be a cool evening with those winds out of the south. A beautiful day tomorrow. Head on out into the Black Hills. Enjoy some of the colors out there. 77, the expected high temperature, partly cloudy skies, winds out of the south. And tomorrow evening, a little warmer than tonight. Overnight low temperature, 51, partly cloudy and mild. Should be a rather comfortable evening. And then the big changes arrive on Friday. As you can see here, 74 Thursday, but then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be wet, 58 Friday. Temperatures cooling off quite a bit, 47 Saturday, 57 on Sunday. ClickBigDeals.com, get $20 at Betty's Quiltery for just $10. That's a big savings of 50%.
All right, thank you, Bob. We're going to go live one more time to our video shot that we have set up right now. This is a live look. You're looking at East Signal Drive in Rapid City. This is the scene, according to Police Chief Carl Jangaris, who's already confirmed this information tonight. This is the scene of an officer-involved shooting. We have new details to bring you, as opposed to those that we've been sharing throughout our news program tonight. This police-involved shooting. One person is dead. The officer involved is uninjured in that incident. DCI investigating. The sheriff, we are now learning, has just arrived on the scene to secure that scene. They're waiting on investigators. It happened in that house that you're looking at right there. And so that house with the doors open right there is the scene of that shooting. It happened in the interior of that house, and so the caution tape has been set up and a perimeter established, of course, to secure that scene until the clues and all the pertinent information can be gathered in terms of the evidence that investigators are going to need in order to piece together a picture of what exactly happened in that officer-involved shooting. That is as much as we're able to tell you at this point. We will remain on scene and bring you any breaking details as we continue throughout our newscast tonight. Still to come right here, NewsCenter1 Sports after the break.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
Synchrony Financial. Engage with a call center team that makes customers smile. Engage with a job where great benefits are only one of the benefits. Engage with us. We're now hiring for call center positions in Rapid City. Learn more and apply at synchronycareers.com. That's SYNCHRONY careers.com. Or text SYF12 to 90206. Again, text SYF12 to 90206. Engage with us.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing, best V8 horsepower, and has Motor Trend's 2015 Truck of the Year?
Ram.
Chevy.
What do you think?
A Ford.
Oh.
Here's the answer. That's the Chevy Silverado HD, the Chevy Silverado, and the Chevy Colorado.
Chevy.
It's Truck Month. Now qualified buyers get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus find your bonus tag and get $4,000 cash allowance on select Silverado 1500 crew cabs in stock.
See your Heart of the West Chevy dealer today.
This homecoming, our Eagles take on the Faith Longhorns. Join the following businesses in showing your team spirit.
Walt Dairy Queen says, go, fight, win! From all of us at Ann's Motel, good luck, Eagles.
Wall Subway says, go get 'em, Eagles.
Wall Building Center and Construction says, good luck this season.
Show your team spirit and cheer on your Eagles at Homecoming, October 2nd at 7 p.m.
This is NewsCenter1 Sports with Justin Wickersham.
After a regular season that saw several exciting matches decided by one goal, the high school soccer playoffs kicked off tonight with 6 area teams in action. The Rapid City Central girls soccer team was hoping that tonight's first-round matchup was the start of a long run in the postseason. Let's take you out to the Sioux Park Stadium, where the Cobblers hosted Watertown this evening. With 10 minutes left in the match, the Cobblers holding on to a slim lead. Kyra Butler looking to score. She fakes out the defender and shoots from out front, but it bounces off the crossbar. Butler so close to scoring for Central. Back the other way now, Malia Derby passes this one inside to Sarah Bose, and she deflects this one into the back of the net to tie it up at 1 apiece. However, Bose was offside, so the goal was waved off. Under 2 minutes to play now. Madison Sullivan with the shot here. Tegan Hartley makes a save for Watertown. In the end, though, Central holds on to win 1-0. The Cobblers will play at Pier on Saturday. On the boys' side, Rapid City Central lost a tough match tonight against Sioux Falls Roosevelt 1-0. Meanwhile, in the Class A girls soccer playoffs, Belfouche edged Spearfish 2-1. The Bronx will play top seed St. Thomas More in the semifinals on Saturday. Moving on to the Class A boys soccer playoffs, T-Area eliminates St. Thomas More tonight, final score 6-1. Plus, James Valley Christian knocked off Belfouche by a final score of 5-1. Now to high school volleyball, where Central and Stevens squared off for the second time this season. Stevens won the first meeting back on September 10th. Early in the first set, Shanoa Nez playing the net, and she delivers for the Cobblers. However, Central trailed by 2 points at that point, 5-3. Later on, Kate Whiting sets it to Elizabeth Schaefer for the powerful kill. Just one of many kills on the night for the freshman, and Stevens goes up 9-3. More Stevens now, this time Whiting to Callie Hinrich, who finds an open spot on the floor. The Raiders continue to dominate. Late in the match now, the Cobblers looking for some offense, and they get it from Samantha Seljaskog, the sophomore, with the kill. But the Raiders just too strong tonight. Whiting taps this one over the net for the point, and the Raiders take care of the Cobblers tonight, 3-0. Also this evening in volleyball, St. Thomas More snapped a 2-match losing streak with a win over Douglas in 5 sets, plus Belfouche upset Lee Deadwood 3-1. In other action, it was Custer over Hill City in straight sets, and Hot Springs down Edgemont in 3 sets as well. Meanwhile, in women's volleyball, Michaela Reese had 19 kills to help lead the School of Mines over Dickinson State 3-1. And finally, in girls tennis, number 2 ranked Rapid City Stevens swept the Central Cobblers this afternoon 9-0. The Raiders are now 25-1 on the season. Well, soccer is one of the fastest growing sports around the country, including right here in the Black Hills. And since April of 2014, the Black Hills Rapid Soccer Club has been receiving support from a Major League Soccer team. The Colorado Rapids Adidas Alliance is one of the most integrated partnerships in American youth soccer. The alliance was established to create a working relationship between existing clubs that benefits soccer development through shared resources. This week, members from the Colorado Rapids organization are in Rapid City to work with players and coaches from the Black Hills Rapid Soccer Club. Brian Crookham, the Colorado Rapids Senior Director of Youth Development, says it's important to support and expand soccer clubs around the country.
When you look at it from an MLS perspective, we're a league that's only got 17 teams U.S. based in our league, so it's a massive country. So our involvement in youth programming all around the country is very important to the development of it, and it's not just to develop professional players.
It's a very well-rounded program where we help children in all aspects of their soccer development. So everything we do with the organization here is first and foremost focused on helping the players achieve as much as they possibly can with their soccer development, helping them achieve whatever potential level that they have as a player, and like I say, that happens through work with them on the field.
And that's a look at sports. We'll be right back in a moment.
She said yes. You're the best man.
I got this. Nissan Sentra. With push-button start, Bose Premium Audio, and hands-free text messaging assistant. Choose Sentra, J.D. Power's highest-ranked compact car in initial quality. Get 0% APR for up to 72 months. Sentra, step it up.
You're the man.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
How are you nuking this, boss? I can barely keep up with the trash mobs in the dungeon.
Hit those fire goblins with your icicle storm. Never mind, I'll use my hailstone blade. I had TechNet optimize my system, and I'm telling you, dude, it screams now.
You're in full-on beast mode. Oh, no, I wiped again.
Sorry, dude.
I'm going AFK to call TechNet Corp right now.
Laters.
TechNet Corp, the friendliest computer repair shop in the Black Hills.
This week only, get a...
Did you say this week only?
Yeah, get a large Papa Murphy's signature cowboy pizza.
For just $8.
That is a great deal.
You'd be insane to miss it.
Not exactly insane.
But your family would be devastated.
Or kind of bummed.
Insanely bummed.
Get a large cowboy pizza, just $8.
This week only.
How long is that offer?
This week only.
Just kidding. I heard you. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
The Honda for You sales event is happening now, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Civic. Our best Civic yet was named a KBB.com Best Buy and is the best-selling car in its class. The Civic is also loaded with standard features. So hurry into your Honda dealer today, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Civic during the Honda for You sales event.
And one final time, we take you back out to East Signal Drive. This is our top story tonight. It's what we began our newscast tonight by discussing as we show you live pictures there at East Signal Drive in Rapid City. This is the scene as we're learning of an officer-involved shooting. There is one person that has been killed in this incident. According to Police Chief Carl Jegaris, the officer involved in the shooting was uninjured. But the person, apparently the suspect or subject that was involved in that exchange of gunfire has died. That is what we can tell you at this point in terms of the conditions of the people involved. We can also say that they're still awaiting the arrival of DCI investigators who will, of course, spearhead that investigative effort as they do each and every time there's a law enforcement involved shooting. The DCI will be the investigating agency, and we'll update you with more information just as soon as it becomes available. There's a house there, and as we come and pan to the right there just a little bit, you can see that there's a house with the door open. The shooting actually taking place in the interior of that home. This did not happen on the street, not the sidewalk or the yard, but according to information that is now coming out of the scene, the shooting took place inside the house that you're looking at right there. And so with the door open, that is the residence where this took place tonight. One person dead, the officer involved in that officer-involved shooting, uninjured, according to Police Chief Carl Jegaris. And more details awaiting the arrival of the investigators who, of course, will begin piecing together exactly what happened in that incident tonight. Those are all the details we're able to bring you as we continue to bring you live pictures and from that scene right there. Very troubling, and obviously given the culture and the climate that we find ourselves in nationally throughout this year, these kind of incidents always bring a lot of concern, and so our thoughts and prayers for everybody involved in that situation.
All right, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. We got